Hey, what's going on everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you how to go through the checkout process of buying a Stealth41 scope by Dark Owl Archery. So let's get into it. Alright, so now jumping over onto the computer, let's go ahead and go through our options. So this is the product page for that Stealth41 scope. First off, we have the color. This will be just a base color that we can choose from if we want on that scope. And as you click and go through them, you get this little thumbnail that pops up, so you can kind of check out what those look like. A lot of cool different options. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose the black. Next up, we have pin type. So for pin type, we have two different options. You have just that standard single pin, or if you want to choose one of these custom ones here, this will be the 3 fibers on that single up pin, representing your 20, 30, and 40 yard mark. So for this, we have to look over at this chart right here. And now when we're looking at this chart, I'm going to go ahead and reference what my bow sight is right now, which I'm currently shooting in HHA. So now I'm going to find the HHA. There it is. And these numbers right here down the column are representing which tape number you're shooting. So for me, I'm shooting a 51 on my HHA. That's going to fall between the 48 and 52. So that will be a P290. So pin type, I'm going to choose the P290. And what that's going to ensure is that those 3 fiber optics on that single up pin are going to represent my 20, 30, and 40 exactly. Now let's go ahead and go down to pin size. We have two options here. We have a 10 thousandths and a 19 thousandths. The 19 thousandths is your standard pin size. So for mine, I like mine a little bit smaller, so I'm going to choose the 10 thousandths. Next we have fiber color. So for my top one, I'm going to go ahead and go with green. Middle fiber, let's choose yellow. And then bottom fiber, let's go ahead and choose red. Now scrolling down a little bit further, we have pin ring color. So for pin ring color, this will be an inner recessed ring on the inside of your housing. So for mine, I'm going to choose white. And then we get to the cool stuff, engraving. Engraving, this is the pattern that is going to go all the way around your scope housing. And again, if you click through these, you can kind of see a little thumbnail preview of what those look like. A lot of cool different options. But for mine, I have a custom pattern, so I'm going to go ahead and choose this custom. Next up, we get the logo. And I have a custom logo I want to put on mine, so I'm going to choose yes. One thing to know about the pattern and logos is that you need to have the rights in order to be able to use it. So I have the rights on both of mine. Let's go ahead and continue with scope orientation. I am a right-handed shooter, so I'm going to choose right-handed. Now I'm going to upload the engraving file, which will be that pattern. So let's go cool guy pattern, there it is. Drag and drop into that box. Upload logo, same thing. Cool guy logo. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And those are both good to go. For file types, you can add a JPEG, PNG, Adobe Illustrator file, or a PDF. And then lastly, we have a light bracket. If you want to choose one of those, go ahead and pick the site that you've got. I am not going to go with one, so I'm going to choose none. And then that is it. We're going to go ahead and add that to our cart. If you still need a little more clarification, you can scroll down a little bit further into the description. You have this nice little video here you can watch. It tells you a lot about the optics, pin selection, etc. And then just some other things to keep note. Just go ahead and read through some of this. There's a lot of good information down here. And then that copyright and trademark note. Again, if you're going to upload your own pattern or logo, definitely give that a look. So now that we got everything selected that we want, let's go ahead and go to our cart. Again, just a simple process of checking out and payment. But one thing I would recommend is scrolling down to the order summary. Definitely giving that a double check just to make sure everything is right on there that you selected. If that's all good, go ahead and proceed to payment. And now here is your final product.